accommodate the variation in the circumference or the shape of the flesh hoop. Now I'm just going to use my little Dremel saw to buzz through at these two marks. Okay, got the brass cut, and I said Dremel, but recently my Dremel drill failed, and for those of you who are looking at replacing, boy, Black & Decker is now making a little handheld drill like a Dremel, which is their RTX 3-speed rotary tool. It's the moral equivalent of a Dremel, but it's quite a bit quieter, so I kind of like that tool these days, and that's just about perfect. The two ends are very close to each other. There's a little bit of room between the flesh hoop and the rim, but that's fine. We'll take advantage of that. So that's a pretty good fit. And smooth off the ends of the flesh hoop. Don't want to have anything sharp that's touching the skin. So I'm just using carborundum wet or dry type paper. And that feels pretty good. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with double-aught steel wool. Yep, that's going to work just fine. Okay, now here's the interesting part. This material, which is a synthetic, it's a radially spun synthetic material, boy is it durable. It's very tough, very stiff, hardly has any stretch at all, but it's very stiff, and it's one of the most challenging things to put on a head. I've had feedback from some people who have worked with banjos for a long time who have said that it's more difficult than putting on a calfskin head. We're finding out more and more about installing the heads, and hopefully this video will make things a little bit easier for people who are trying to install the head. I've put the tone ring back in because I want to fit the head on top of the pot with the tone ring in place. I'm going to make myself some working space here. And I've also taken the joint in the join in the tone ring, and I'm going to line that up so it's going to be at the heel of the neck. So I generally do that with the hardware in banjos. Now, one of the important things that I've learned about putting this head material on is because it is so stiff, it's really beneficial to work it a few times even before you begin to try to put the hooks back on the banjo. What that does is that loosens it up. This material does have a little bit of a memory, and by working on it a couple times, placing the skin on it. That's a big head. I'm going to save that one. That's a large size head. I've been cutting two different sizes out of this material. I bought a large roll of it. This is 20 inch by 20 inch, and this will do a pot from 12 inches up to about 16 inches in diameter. The smaller size is about 15 inches by 15 inches, and those dimensions are because the roll that I bought, the bulk roll, is 60 inches in width. So this 15 by 15 head should be just fine for this banjo.